We've got Giovanni Tria committed to collaborate with the EU on budget talks. Meanwhile, we hear that the Bundesbank's Jens Weidmann is joining the EU in criticising the Italian budget draft. Our MLIV question of the day is focused on this today, so let me ask it to you. Does the Italy debt crisis only blow up if the country's credit rating is downgraded to junk?
Yeah, I would agree with that. My answer would be yes. So the question is, how do you avoid that? Because that's something which causes new problems. Now, budget negotiations are nothing new. We've seen them for many a year within Europe, among other countries in the world. And that's where we are at the moment. We're in that sort of debate mode where they're sort of feeling each other out. Here's how I think it resolves. I think the Italians give a bit of ground, but they get some concessions from Brussels. And those concessions are an expansion of the central fiscal budget. Europe's big problem is a lack of automatic fiscal stabilisers. You know, the way which in a single currency zone, you get those benefits from the centre to those areas which are struggling economically. And Italy fits that bill, very low growth, you know, poverty issues, regional problems, etc. So I think that's the quid pro quo. And that's why I think it works out over time. That makes sense for Italy. They want to remain in the Eurozone. It's a lot of hassle if their bond yield blows up. That's the way we've got to go. The trouble is, you need political will for that to happen.
Political will for that to happen. Well, from the monetary policy side, there seems to be, a real driving force to try and get Europe on the move to normalisation. Do you think, given that perhaps deal for Italy might still keep the ECB on track for a slight move towards normalisation at the end of next year? Is that still the target for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's right, Manus. I think the ECB does edge up interest rates next year. And I think that's a good thing, because what they've got to do is avoid being the Bank of Japan. Bank of Japan has had ultra-low interest rates, big QE for too many years. They've lost credibility.
Yep.
And as a consequence, ECB should do that. Is that a problem? No, they've still got negative interest rates. It's not a problem.